I'd like to open this sitting. Our first point on the agenda is a report by Ms. Kiel-Nielsen with the title Women and Climate Change.
Mr. President, this report represents an heroic attempt to link two of this Parliament's main obsessions, women's rights and climate change. But sadly, it fails to achieve that objective. Climate change gets blamed for many things, mostly without justification. But few people will believe that domestic violence against women is caused by climate change, or that the low representation of women in government is caused by global warming. Some will feel that it's discriminatory we don't have a report on men and climate change. After all, men and women live in the same climate. Women and men switch on the same lights and televisions and computers. Both men and women inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. But the report does make one valid point, that women are less able to respond and adapt in the face of changes such as global warming and its side effects. Mr. President, the biggest side effect of global warming is the huge economic damage that our climate mitigation policies are doing. High energy prices and excessive regulation are driving jobs and industries and investment out of the EU altogether to other jurisdictions, typically with lower environmental standards. Sadly, it is probably the case that this will impact more seriously on women and on the poor than on the rest of us. The best thing we can do for women and for the poor of this world and for all mankind is to scrap our absurd and damaging climate policies.
Mr. Chairman, it would be easy to mock this report. Indeed, it is being laughed at by millions of British voters reading their papers this morning. Coming at a time when the Euro disaster is breaking nations and driving desperate people to suicide, this staggering exercise in politically correct sloganising could, had it been on the agenda at the start of this month, easily have been mistaken for an April Fool's joke. But in truth, this attempt to institutionalise discrimination and contempt against half the population of Europe is not a laughing matter. Men and women are conceived to complement each other for the common good. This proposal is an attempt to sow discord between the sexes, break family values and export EU Frankfurt School poison worldwide using the excuse of climate change. Such incitement to gender-based contempt, division and hate is not a victimless crime. Hundreds of thousands of men are denied access to their children after bitter divorces. Thousands of children are snatched by the state because the crucial importance of fathers and loving united families is denied and undermined by militant feminism of the sort that underlines this report. Meanwhile, there are real problems out there, hurting real people. Voters expect us at least to try to solve them, not to waste our time and their money on sexist, anti-male, anti-family gibberish. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's drop this empty, bigoted sloganising and work together to deal with real problems. Thank you.